Catherine A.G., aka Nerdgirlism. Setting up my camera. There we go. Today is my themed vlog day is Throwback Thursday. I haven't been doing them every single day. Unfortunately, I either don't feel good or just forget or whatever. But this is Throwback Thursday, and it's about first grade, which is the grade I actually can remember a lot more specifics from. Kindergarten was kind of hit and miss. I kind of could remember some general things, nothing too specific. I think I can remember a lot more specifics about first grade. And then next week's will be horrible, second grade. I hardly remember anything. I don't know why. I just hardly can remember anything. But so first grade, I was still at, I think it's called Thomas Jefferson Elementary School. And I remember my teacher her name was Ms. Haven. I remember it was Ms. because that's the first time I've ever heard of a Ms. And I remember her name, Miss Haven, because she looked and reminded me a lot of my mom. With her looks and just with her teaching style and everything, because my mom would actually substitute teach sometimes. And this was the year, first grade, that she started doing the picture lady at my school. And what that was is she would come in once a week, I think was like on Wednesdays, and she would explain a famous piece of artwork, the artist, where it was from, the style of art, etc., and kind of just teach the kids about art education. And I just thought it was the coolest thing. So, yeah, my mom would do that for the school. She actually had her teaching certificate, but she stopped doing that whenever me and my sister were born. She would just substitute teach sometimes. But I know that she was a special education teacher for a long time. She got her degree from William & Mary College in Virginia. And anyways, so first grade, Miss Haven. I remember that we would always start off the school day by singing this song, and it would go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, now we start again. And then when you sang it through a second time, all the kids would have to stop on the day. It was like, for example, today's Thursday, so we'd go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then we'd have to be quiet. And if anyone sang out of turn, sang another day, sang Friday or whatever, some stupid kid would sing a day more, then we would not get a checker in the checker jar. And what that was Miss Haven had it on her desk, and for everything that we considered that, like, be good students, like if we did the days of the week song right, or if we did good on assignment or whatever, she'd put a checker in the checker jar. And once we got up to a certain amount in the jar on the table, we would have our checker party. And what it was like just like either a pizza party or like cupcakes or whatever, some kind of reward for the class. So I definitely remember that a lot about first grade. I remember we had show and tell during first grade. That's when that started, and I don't remember anything specific except for one thing. One of my friends, I can't remember her name now, which is weird because I went to school there all the way up through till I moved. She brought in for show and tell her pet Dalmatians, and we had to go outside because they weren't allowed in the classroom, but they were like the craziest dogs. They were very, very active and very big, and kind of big dogs scare me because I'm pretty small, so it was kind of freaky. But I remember very specifically that we had a hamster that we got to bring in names to vote for on the naming of the hamster. And my name actually won out of all the names for the hamster. And the name that I brought in was Simba, because that was the year that The Lion King came out, and everyone in first grade was obsessed with The Lion King. Like, I remember for class, I used to bring in my tape of songs of Lion King. I guess it was Lion King soundtrack or whatever. I would bring it into class, and we would sing along to it. And one of my friends, guy, I cannot remember his name now. I remember it was a guy. He could do the voice of Zazu perfectly. Like, he could do the British accent so well, and he knew all the words. It was so funny. But yeah, he knew all the words specifically. And like I said, we voted for the name of the hamster, and Simba won. I also brought in the name Ernest, which got like, I think, no votes, or maybe like one vote. But I was also obsessed with the Ernest movies at the time too, so I brought in the name Ernest too, but that didn't win. Simba won out. So we named our hamster Simba. I remember in first grade that we had a thing that we do every day where it was like we'd write in a journal, and it would be like huge print, obviously, and like huge odds, and more of a practicing writing. But I love to write, so I would write it very, very often, and we get to draw pictures of what was going on during the day and stuff like that. I remember we first started learning some multiplication and stuff like that in first grade. I think it was more in second grade, though, because I really don't remember too much of it, but a little bit of math. I remember first grade just being very, very fun. We'd go to the library, and once we get to check out books, get to watch Reading Rainbow and stuff like that. What else do I remember? Anything else? I can see in my mind perfectly like the layout of the classroom. Like I said, it was the first year I really can remember very specific stuff. I probably had my birthday party either at the skating rink or at Burger King or McDonald's, whatever fast food joint there was. There was no, I forgot, we didn't have a McDonald's till I was like a little bit older. It didn't get built, but I'm sure we had a Burger King, and we had a skating rink, which is very popular to have birthdays at whenever you were my age. So I probably had one either at the skating rink or at Burger King. I remember that we were going to take a field trip to see the Santa Claus in theaters, but for some reason we didn't. Hold on, let me see if this is right. Maybe that was second grade, actually, because that would have been 7, so. Yeah, it might have been. I think it was second grade. Never mind. Anyways, see, I can't keep track of second grade memories hardly at all. But yeah, first grade, I remember it being just really fun and really enjoyable because Miss Haven was a great teacher and reminded me a lot of my mom. And I remember it was when my mom would start coming to school and doing the picture lady and substitute teaching. So I really, unlike most kids who'd probably be embarrassed, I loved it that my mom was a teacher and that I would get to spend time with her when she would come to class. And also she'd always bring my little sister with her because I think this was before she would have gone into school because she's 2 years younger than me. So my little sister would get to come up to school and visit me too. So I always enjoyed that. I've never been embarrassed of my family interacting with me school-wise at all. I loved it whenever my mom would substitute teach and come and go on field trips because she would always get to spend special time with me, and you know I'd always get money for souvenirs because she was there with me. Obviously, she had her wallet or cash or whatever with her. Unlike most people who their parents didn't come on the trips, they'd have to ask for money from their parents or whatever. But my mom was always there. She would always bring a better packed lunch than they would provide. Lunch first that wasn't as good. Like, it was just, I always thought the perks of it, then I guess the embarrassment of it is not embarrassing to me at all. I loved when my mom went on field trips with us, and I loved my dad would always help me with whatever projects I had. He would always make sure they were like the best looking, that they actually looked nice and not sloppily put together by like first grade, which I kind of was a little bit upset about because I felt like they were always the best because they always looked the best. They always looked like they were well put together and were obviously put together by a parent. But I love that my dad wanted to take part in that and to help me with that. I think it was first grade, but I'm not sure. Might have been second grade, might have been even third or something. I don't remember. But we did a project on tall tales, and one of the projects was on Paul Bunyan, and I decided to do a shadow box of the famous tall tale of Paul Bunyan greasing a huge pan with skates with butter on them. Just cut off for some reason, but yeah, there we go. Anyways, out, but I would love it whenever my dad would help with projects that we had for school. And I'm pretty sure first grade, actually I'm pretty sure it was in kindergarten, either kindergarten or first grade, that we got introduced to computers. They were old school type, like old kind of computers, but they were, I think, Windows based, maybe not, maybe they were DOS, I don't remember honestly, because they looked like Windows, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten introduced to older systems, and the older DOS computers look very similar to old Windows computers. They look very similar, so they were probably DOS actually, but now that I'm thinking, I'm like 100% sure. But I can't remember if it was first or second grade that we started accelerated reader. Maybe even third grade. Actually, I think it wasn't until third grade, so I'll talk about that in third grade. But I remember in first grade doing computer programs to help you learn like math, help you, with art, like the paint programs or whatever. So yeah, I just remember being introduced to computers and loving them, honestly. I just love computers. We didn't get a computer at my house till I was 10 years old, I think. Excuse me. Until like 98. But I do remember the first website I ever went on was the Sunny Delight website. Excuse me. Because I'd seen it advertised on my Sunny D bottle. So, gosh. That's the first website I remember going to. Anyways, I've got the hiccups, so I'm gonna stop this stream. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, please. And I will talk to you later. Bye.